Well, good day, everybody. This is Xiaomei once again, excited that you're still allowing me to run with you on this journey of continual learning and personal growth. Woo-hoo! Let me say, have you ever had a conscious interrupt when, after doing something a certain way for such a long time, something, or maybe even someone, comes to disrupt your flow? Maybe someone took your parking space at work. Hmm? Or perhaps your seat at church? Classic, huh? Perhaps your supervisor decided they wanted to submit, or they wanted you to submit two full lesson plans per week instead of the required one. Or maybe the sandwich you like to order at your favorite eatery finally got discontinued. Mm. No matter how simple or even complex the issue is, it requires you to change in some way. It always does. And this is the reality that I want to remind us of today. Change is inevitable. Situations will always arise to demonstrate to us that change is one constant that will always remain. You can bet your bottom dollar that there is going to be some kind of change in our lives. So why do so many people overreact when changes come along? Why is it that they get into a hissy fit, lose their cool? I mean, they have a major meltdown. You see, it's because they see change as their enemy. When it's really their friend, a helpful friend arriving on the scene to bring about great opportunities for growth. See, it all boils down to perception, wouldn't you say? Like Wayne Dyer says, if you change the way you look at things, then the things you change, then the things you look at will change. I'll say that again. It's too good a quote to mess up. Wayne Dyer says, if you change the way you look at things, then the things you look at change. I love it. So let me give you 3 principles to help you change the way you look at change. Now we're going to get some alliteration going to help us remember. You know how we do it here. First thing is expect it. Look. Yeah, expect it. Look for it. Anticipate change, and it will never catch you off guard. I remember hearing in church circles the words, if you're not in a storm right now, hold on. It means you either just came out of one or you're getting ready to head into one. You've heard that before? Well, this mindset, it keeps you in a state of readiness, change readiness. Think of an animal that expects to be attacked by its predator. Even its body posture shows that it expects something to happen. Its frame indicates that it's ready for change. So it stays on the lookout. I want to admonish you to do the same. Expect change. Look for it. Second thing is accept it. Like it. I know, this is a tall order, but you gotta begin to like it. Your life gets better not by chance, you see. It gets better by change. When we realize this, then not only will we expect change, but we will begin to appreciate it, accept it, embrace it even as a normal part of our growth plan. It makes no sense to maintain a negative attitude towards the change. That certainly won't help you to accomplish anything worthwhile. Folks who wallow are those who resist change. They focus on what they'll have to give up rather than on what they will gain. I ain't moving from my corner room. This is where I've been for the past 7 years. Child, please, they ain't getting me to move from here. Can you imagine hearing something like that from someone who is being considered for a promotion? Yeah, the change might involve some sacrifice, but it will always be accompanied by some kind of benefit to you. Just look for it. So accept change by changing your attitude toward it and even liking it. Third thing I want to say to you is inspect it. Inspect it. And by that, I mean learn from it. What good is it to encounter change from time to time and not grow as a result? That would surely be a waste of effort, wouldn't it? I mean, the whole purpose of the situation is to use it to get better, not bitter. Let me say that again, to get better, to learn the lesson it wanted to teach us. If I've realized that after passing, work with me here. If I've realized, and I have, that after passing over the age of 45, thereabouts, My body has now no tolerance for dairy products. Then, if I realize that, why would I continue to overindulge in ice cream, cheese, milk, and the like? Either I'm a glutton for punishment or I'm insane, right? I mean, you know the saying, insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again, but expecting a different result. It just doesn't happen. So we must not only expect the change or accept the change, but we must also inspect the change by seeing what it is we must learn from it. The final thing I want to say, the final point about changing the way you look at change is to inject it, leap into it. Now, it's hard to talk about any aspect of change without focusing on taking action. And you know that here at Proactive Skill Developers, we're all about action that improves your satisfaction. Now, if you only view change as something that happened to you and not something that happened for you, oh boy, then it means that you're not being proactive. You're not making the most of the change. Get into gear, man, and see what it is you can do to maximize the situation and get into a state of action. Initiate, inject it with enthusiasm and rigor, and take massive action. There you have it, folks. My 4 keys for changing the way you look at change. Expect it. Look for it. Accept it. Like it. Inspect it. Learn from it. And then inject it. Leap into action with it. Look, like, learn, and leap. It is my sincere hope that this video has motivated you to make the most of your change in life, and most of all the changes I will encounter even today. If it did, then feel free to share it, tag a friend, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Proactive Skill Developers, to catch all of our upcoming videos. We would love for you to take a few seconds even and type a note on our channel about how you plan to embrace change. We always appreciate hearing from you. In the meantime, let's keep learning and let's keep growing, because what we learn, becomes a part of who we are. And like Einstein says, once we stop learning, we start dying. So, never stop learning, because life as you know it never stops teaching. So until next time, to your success.